Well, hello everyone. If you're new to this wonderful saga, my name's Chris, and this is DeHaven Family Farm. Today we're going to be working on, there'll probably be two parts to this video. Part one here, we're going to get started trying to clean up the mess of this building. It has collapsed even more. We had some slightly above freezing temperatures, which melted the snow down, and then of course it refroze overnight, so it's even worse now than it was. But speaking of worse than it was, I have found out from the insurance company that this building, for some reason, was not insured for snow damage. All of my other buildings on the policy are. When I added this one, I guess I just thought that they were all the same. He starts explaining to me that this is the insurance adjuster, not my agent. He starts explaining to me that there's 3 tiers of insurance with them, and different tiers cover different things. So this building is insured for wind damage, vandalism, earthquake, stuff like that, but it specifically leaves out snow and ice damage. That would have to be listed specifically, or I guess you move up to the next tier of coverage. I don't know. I didn't realize that there was multiple tiers. I just thought it was coverage of the building, and whatever value you put on it, or whatever the value of the building is. I know obviously flood insurance is something completely different, but we're way up on a hill. I wasn't worried about that. But I thought everything else was just kind of standard. So I'm going to kind of do a little bit of a video. I am not an insurance expert, but stay tuned, because I am going to do a bit of a video on some of my insurance findings, I guess, to make sure that everybody's policy out there, you might want to talk to your agents and make sure that things are covered for various incidents. So I'm going to turn you around here quick and show you what it looks like. So this is the one end here. You can see where this used to go way up and over and come down and meet there. This was the doorway. That flap that's hanging was actually the door. We never closed them, always left the 2 open. It kind of helped the wind go through, and we were in and out so much that it didn't make sense to be opening and closing these fabric doors. So that's that. I am not going in there. I will take you a walk around the building and we'll talk for a minute. Down there in the distance, you can see my other tension fabric building. It's got a camper and a tractor in it. Don't mind the skid steer running. I was plowing some snow. Here's the side of the building. These guys here are actually supposed to be arched, much like this guy. So you can see how where this one is, that's the correct angle, that is the incorrect angle. And a bunch of them now are like that. And I don't know if I'm tall enough here. I'm sorry, I'm tripping on the snow. The cover is busted up in a bunch of places now. It's not even really worth saving at this point. Might get a couple of pieces out of it. So with the insurance company, before I forget, so I am going to do a video comparing that tension fabric building to this one. There are some huge construction differences and of course price differences between the 2 buildings. They were 2 completely different manufacturers, and the sun's going to be in your face in just a minute here, so get your glasses on. I'll get you turned in a second. But a lot of people are scared about these buildings. Oh yeah, definitely collapsing even worse. And don't want to buy one. And if you asked me if I would buy a building, another tension fabric building again, the answer would be yes, I would. But there are certain requirements that would happen in order for me to buy one. We'll go into that in another video. Here is, you know what? There's a pile of topsoil right there with snow on it. I had the snow blower up here. Let me see if I can climb up here. Oh boy, this isn't going to end well. This is not going to end well. There's going to be snow in my boots. I am up to my knees in snow. For you guys here, here we go. Now we're getting on the pile. So here is sort of I'll lift you up best I can. This is what the building looks like here. That's almost as tall as it's supposed to be right there. But if you kind of picture a W in your mind, if you look at it from the end looking that way, it's almost like a W, and the very center of the W is filled with snow. Let me see if I can get back out of here now. Ah! Okay. So, anyway, so yeah, we'll talk about the whole tension fabric thing in another video because this is getting kind of long already. But my goal here today, the cover is not going to be salvageable. Some of the frame is, and I'm actually, because the insurance company is not covering the building, I am going to try and save as much of the frame as I can. You can see here some right there, that was a joint. So from there, that's actually the ridge all the way over and around. More than half that hoop is fine. The next one down, there's a bend there, could probably straighten that out, and obviously completely reinforce it. I had planned on reinforcing this building anyway. I have steel in my shop that I got in November. I've been tripping over it. You guys are going to see some videos of that were recorded before this of me working in the shop, and there's a bunch of steel on the floor, and that's what it was supposed to be for, was this building. And the snowstorms just started coming, and I didn't have time. I started plowing snow a bunch and didn't have time to get to it. But yeah, so again, I really shouldn't be in here, but this snow here is just, I mean, that's frozen solid. There's no way to get that out of there. So what we're going to do is we're going to start on this end of the building and get out the pieces that we can. Same thing on the other end. There's a couple pieces. And then we're going to try cutting the cover and getting the snow out of there. Another reason I'm going to go ahead and just say goodbye to the cover is the fact that I don't want to have any more damage to any of the equipment that's in here. And today is Saturday, tomorrow's Sunday. There's a chance of up to 5 more inches of snow. Monday's clear, and then Tuesday there's a chance of snow again. I cannot have any more snow get piled up on this building. So the next video clip you're going to see is us starting to take stuff out. I have a friend of mine. He's also a carpenter. He helps out on the farm some with some of our projects. He's going to be here helping me today, so I'm not doing this alone. And we'll get started here soon. So again, sorry for such a long introduction, but there's so much to explain with these buildings and what's going on in this situation. It takes a bit. So I apologize for all the talking, but again, I just want to make sure everybody understands what's going on. So the next clip you'll see is us taking stuff out. Stuff out so far. Gonna try and get this plastic layer out now and keep working on this end to get some of these things out. I'm hoping I can, this thing is pretty long, I'm hoping I can grab a hold of it here. Place to be. I feel like I'm in a freaking snow tunnel here. Okay, I got the pins so they're not going to fall off, and we're going to take this down to the greenhouse, or high tunnel, whatever we call it, a greenhouse. It's technically more of a high tunnel. We're going to take this down there where we had some strawberries that got flooded out, and that's where we're putting some of the equipment just to keep some of the snow off of it. probably gonna drop this going down the hill, but we'll see us at the greenhouse. This out so we can pull it out backwards. I don't know. Might have to hook a chain on it. Alright, so we dropped the jack so the tongue was on the ground. And hopefully it won't, of course, bend the jack. But I'm hoping it'll pivot a little nicer. Come on, baby. Am I gonna clear the door? Okay. Now the back of the machine's getting close to the other side of the doorway, so. That just took off on its own, so that's not good. That's the last thing I need, is it to roll into me and smash into the roof of my machine. Cause more damage. Fun. Under the greenhouse, it's too tall. Now we gotta try and drag this mower around if we can. We're hoping to just almost pivot it right in place where it is. done. Now we're going to try and get this brush cutter out of here. That PTO shaft is probably going to end up right in my way. I do believe so. Well, surprise, surprise, my GoPro died. When I turned it on for that last shot up at the building, it said it had 37% left. I got out to pick up the PTO shaft to set it on the forks, and it shut off and won't turn back on. So why 37%? Whatever. This is what we got down here: log splitter, brush cutters, plastic layer, and we got a bunch of other stuff that's out that's not in here. And I'll take you back up now, and I'll just show you what everything looks like. Probably getting close to the end of this video. We're gonna split it in two parts. But yeah, so let me show you what else we got out. All right, so I apologize for the wind noise. It's gotten ridiculously windy. So as you saw in the video, I hope, stupid GoPro, we got the corn picker out of here. There was our lime fertilizer spreader here. We had plastic layer, tedder, crimper, and disc bind. So that still needs to go in. That I'm just going to leave there and tarp. And the corn picker is down there. I got to find a place to put that or tarp it because it's pretty big. The rest of the stuff got taken down to the greenhouse, as you saw there in the previous clip. And I will just show you quick the progress down here. And there's not much more we can, well, since I'm on my own now, that I can get out without, so this is what this end looks like. Before there was the, sorry about the sun here, but there was, the door flap was hanging right here, so you couldn't see this framework. It's actually on the ground right there now. So this is kind of what the framework looks like. This is the ridge right here. This was the ridge support underneath, and you can see that buckled and that buckled on top of my planter there. So I can get the corn planter out if I turn it and roll it forward, and possibly can get this transplanter out if I lift this up with the forks. I don't know if we'll be able to kind of drag this out sideways. It depends on when I lift this, whether it stays up a little bit on its own or if it wants to drop back down. So I may be able to get this out, and that's going to be about it for stuff. I mean, I probably could drag that out, but those are pretty indestructible. So so from there, like I said, maybe those two pieces and that's it. And then from there, it's a matter of just starting to cut the tarp and peel it away on both sides. So yeah, if this happens to be the end of the video, thanks for watching. I think we probably got enough footage for part one. Stay tuned for part two. We'll have the mini excavator up here, and excuse me, and we'll be you know, ripping and tearing and trying to get the cover off. Yeah, so it should be a good time. Not really though.